Breakfast in Los Romerillos, a very noisy locals bar, for a tosta and something called the Cordobés cake, the pastel Cordobés, which I haven't tried yet. But they call it piquitos de jamón instead of strips.
Someone said, we found the body.
Pastel Cordobés. It's like nice sort of sugary phyllo pastry with a little sweet, fruity, cinnamony cream. You're the cutest, aren't you, little cutie? Aren't you, little cutie? So today we head down to Malaga proper, and we'll have a full day there, eating and drinking and seeing the city. We're making our way down through the whiter towns of the Córdoba province. So we started off in a town called Goat, Cabra, elegant little place, walled little town which is quite cute. Then we went round to the very impressive kind of hilltop fortress village of Zuheros, which was very, very nice, higgledy-piggledy white streets. And now we are in the town, castle town of Luque. It's my bloody town, this. And after this, we'll head down to Inzájar on its lake. We might stop again, we'll see. But yeah, time for a new province. We've come for a quick stop at Priego de Córdoba, which is absolutely beautiful. We're going to try and have some food. Flamenquin. Never find it in Madrid. Looks like it's got like a pickled sauerkraut style cabbagey salad. Malaga, queen of the Costa del Sol. We're going to start off in a historic place from the 19th century, which is one of my favourites, and then find somewhere new after that. The next stop is called Vinoteca Bouquet, or Bouquet, which is a recommendation, so it's going to be new for me, but they have a good wine list apparently. We'll have a... yes. Was it Syrah? 16 months in oak, I said, right? From Malaga. From Mijas. Grippy. So it's deer meat and you've got green peppers. Oh, it's cute. Oh, yummy. Hang on. Oh, yeah. And here we see the influences with their dinner. You see how my Iberian pork cheek is. Very delicate. It's always good when you know people in the wine trade and you get freebies like free fortified sweet wines.
Yeah. So this is 15%.
So this is what they call naturally sweet, which is when usually you ferment to like 8 or 9%, and you stop the fermentation by adding more alcohol, like port wine. They call it naturally sweet because the sugars are from the original grape. Oof, that's really good, that one.
So what's the difference between the darker one and the white one? It's the same
age, I think. Oh, that's cool. These guys will be 100 years old short in a couple of years. Now, I have been to Malaga various times and I've made videos. There's a link here. But we're still going to eat our way around it for a few days. So yeah, less content, but we'll still eat. Seeing the beach, very nice. Now we're going to head down to an absolute institution called El Bimbi. No, since 1971, there you go. Institution, mad, loud. I have a feeling Antonio Banderas also owns it, but I know he has a house up there. Antonio Banderas, yeah. I always hope I'll see him, and I never will. So we've got a dark one, which I think is sweeter, and then that's the Amontillado style one. Seco tras añejo. That's good. It's very much like an Amontillado with some cured cheese. Away from the chaos of El Pimpi, now trying to go to Bar La Tranca for a calmer bit of lunch. I'm going to try this little sandwichy thing. It's like a nice little spiced meat sandwich, that. These tomatoes are insane though. Great bar, great food. Scratching. Yeah. Nice. The awkward moment when the chef recognises you from your YouTube channel. Good thing is we got free prawns and free orange wine. It's a very nice little place. And now, if we're lucky, we might be able to visit the Malaga Wine Museum before we have a siesta.
With Mosca de Pedro Ximénez from the north of Malaga.
I do like a museum visit, which gives you free wine at the end. Out in Pedregalejo, a nice little old fisherman neighbourhood. I think it's officially part of Malaga East now, and these are the little old low houses that are in front of water. So we're going to have, what kind of food do you think we're going to have for dinner, Mum?
This is
almost pescado. Yeah, fish. We'll have fish. At the bottom here, depending on timing, there's a really cool bar called El Kiosque.
how come
The
you
kiosk.
know every single bar in the entire continent of Spain?
Many have asked me the same question, Mum. So Kiosco do a homemade vermouth with a gin spray, classic aperitif drink. I mean, with the espeto, you kind of just nibble around. I turn it upside down and nibble out. So good.
Just falling off the bone.
Yeah. I love that sort of smoky, salty flavour you get from the grill. The key is they've got minuscule little tiny shrimp called camarones in them. It's like the lightest batter, a bit of parsley, I think, and garlic, and that's it. You can see why they give you the wet wipe. This is one of the best bits of Spanish seafood, and you find it in Madrid quite a lot. Because it's just, well, dogfish marinated in pimenton vinegar escabeche, battered and deep fried like popcorn chicken. Albarino. I love a place to have a winery. Starting our day in Bodega Sanchez Rosado near Malaga, just off the village of Córdoba. So just to recap, Malaga wines, denominación de origen Malaga, are the sweet ones, or dry ones, fortified styles often. Then there is also denominación de origen Pasas de Malaga, where they make the raisins, grapes basically, for various purposes, for eating. And then you have denominación de origen Sierras de Malaga, which is what we're investigating now, which is where you find red wines, white wines, and all that kind of stuff. We came up a very long track, and it's pretty lovely here. So we're hopefully going to try also a 3-month OK's dry muscat, and the reds, which are blends of various varieties, and there's a rosé. Or chorizo, salchichon with my dry muscat, which has been aged 3 months in it. Brief stop after the winery in a little village called Parauta, which is an official Pueblo Bonito, official beautiful town of Spain, which people will know I love. Right, so we're in the village of Juzcar, which I've been wanting to come to for maybe more than a decade. In 2011, Hollywood movie company wants to make a new film, the Smurfs movie. I haven't seen it, obviously, but now I probably should. They found a village called Juzcar, and the locals came together and they said they were happy for their village to be painted blue for the movies. After they finished movie, after they've promoted it, the locals also said, we'll happily keep it blue. And now you have in the middle of these Andalusian mountains the Smurf village, which is still blue. In a sea of pueblos blancos, we have a pueblo pitufo, a Smurf village. You're a happy little caddy. It's kind of mad, but in an area where everything's a Pueblo Blanco white town, and maybe you haven't got necessarily that much more to add, make yourself blue, and then people come from all over the world to take photos and pretend they're Smurfs. Hard to find space in Malaga on a Friday night, but we found one, a really cool burger tapas joint called Picnic. So this style's really popular in Madrid, these kind of diner vibes. In Spanish we've gone Luque for burgers. So these are ranch potatoes. That's good. I'm going to try my pavarotti burger. We've got grilled pear, gorgonzola and... Oh, nice. So we're just entering the village of Cómpeta, a cute little white town, and we're heading to our first winery of the day in this area called the Montes de Malaga. The road is insane, very, very narrow, and it's just huge, huge valleys of agriculture and white villages. And we're heading to Bodegas Almijara. Yesterday was the Sierras de Malaga, red and white wines. Today is Malaga, which is the sweet wine. A slightly chaotic little Bodegas Almijara, which makes vinos Jarel wines. We're gonna have a look at the winery, maybe try some wine, hopefully. Dad said it smelled like elderflower. That's a really good shout. It really does. Now we're gonna try their naturally sweet one. To get the naturally sweet one, they ferment it to about 13.5%, so there's still sugar left in that juice. So they probably could keep fermenting it until like 16%. The idea is you have sugar left in, basically.
Yeah.
So grapes that have been left on the vine for longer, dried out for longer in the sun, and then has 8 years in French oak. It's quite a pretty area, isn't it? Pit stop in the village of Salares, one of the cute little interior white towns of this part, the Montes de Malaga. It's really cute, and there's no one here. Where's the church? Up there? Yes. Making it through quite interesting. A scenic glance location on the hill. But they had a local moscatel called the Comares Seco. That's powerful. That back down there for a moment. Local bits of chorizo, fried in oil, I guess. Maybe not even oil. Oh, here. Well, I said that's quite a large small, and she was like, yeah, the large is really large. That the last dish, well, the third dish is, they call it chivos or chivas, which is like goat, and it was in if I remember, an almond sauce. The reason this dish is funny is because we saw goats. So maybe it's one of those goats. North African spice flavour. Oh, life in this little town. Oh, this is good post-goat exercise. Pretty Comares. Dinner in a place called Fusion 87, run by an Italian guy called Achille, which is going to be quite fun. Right, a rebujito and 2 gin tonics. Cheers. There we go. Because the chef is Italian, he has some Italian dishes. This is ravioli, which are ravioli. And here's what they call capo bravas, Japanese bravas. They've got like wasabi, mayo, and some sriracha.
take some.
Well, you can taste the wasabi.
So the secreto ibérico is a pork cut that we don't really use, but imagine like a nice fatty pork. And they've shared it with bok choy and red cabbage.
I imagine it will have some flavour of Asia. Ay, perdón. Estaba grabando. The final ice cream. Very good. Back to Madrid, we have a quick stop in Viso del Marqués to check out a 16th century Italianate Genovese palace built by a guy that, if he hadn't died just before it, could have been in charge of the Armada against the English, and I could have been Lucas instead of Luke. Classic sandwich stop. That's basically the end of the food, isn't it? No more food. My chicken and cheese. Good bread. Call these far-flung villages Plaza Mayor towns, where you go in, you park up, you go, ooh, oh, how cute, what a lovely main square. Look at the church, and you carry on. This one's really twee. I want to come back. Number 2 in St. Charles and Carlos del Valle with its ridiculous massive church and cute little square. One more stop and then back to Madrid. Main square of Manzanares. We bring an end to the big Malaga, Córdoba and other places voyage, food and drink and whatnot. If you liked it, press the buttons. If not, I apologise. See you next time.